Some part 2.
Big
Yeah.
man.
Wait, man, I don't know say this room dark like this. Man, I'm like that.
I beg online. Online, Kero, you never
My
see. How you
guy
doing
is
now?
chilling.
How's it going, fam?
I'm
Good.
good.
Sam see say
Anyway, this is my friend.
everybody they wear singlets, they rush go come on shirts.
Sharply.
Yeah,
No, I was
very sure.
guys. I was asleep before.
Oh, God.
I, I was asleep
Oh, my
before.
God.
Nah. But you've done well, man. Thanks for being here. We love to have you here. We really love to have you here. Like I was telling them, you're an actor, model, children's boy, singer, songwriter. They act for Brother Shaggy. Bro, they do everything. They do everything.
You're
You know.
around down now. Just anyway, belly face nine the front.
So what thing else they do why I never mentioned you for this your resume?
I actually be virtual assistant. That's like my 9 to 5. You understand?
I've heard
Wow.
that's what's raining now.
It's pertinent too, because here in Nigeria you can't just focus on one thing. You understand? So the best deal is actually to earn in dollars. So if you can secure a job that can pay you in dollars here in Nigeria, then you do better, because the inflation rate is crazy. It's rising every day. Now, because the current president is not helping matters, and the leaders, everything just rise. I know that the way they say it, like the poor gets poorer and the rich gets richer every day. So you get some people who say the economy they favor. You understand? So, for example, those are earning in dollars. The crypto guys, they are actually doing well because
Some of them are
the exchange rate, yeah. Oh, some of them.
Crazy.
I mean,
oh, that's fine.
Thank God, because as the Bible don't talk now, wherever there is a casting down, we say there is a lifting up. No concern us. Anyhow you want, you will prosper.
The church boy in him has popped up.
I'm telling you. Sam, I've got a couple questions for you. Quick one, right? So when you say virtual assistant, what do you mean? And how will you get someone in Nigeria to join this career?
Okay, so virtual assistant job, that's like the easiest thing ever. So when people hear virtual assistant, they think it's something abstract. Yeah, when you first of all need to understand the word virtual and assistance, what it means. It's simply doing the office job at home. You can be a secretary as a virtual assistant. You can be anything as a virtual assistant. So you just working on it on the code. No vex, I beg.
The economy bad, they're on AC. So why they do like this?
I know they say it's just basically doing your normal office job at home, depending on your agency or your company. It might be a clerk, it might be anything in your company, but just doing it, assisting the company to grow. Yeah.
Okay. So I got you.
So I'm working in an agency where we manage top models like all over the world. So we manage their accounts, do stuff for them, try to So because some of these models, they have their own lives, their own personal life. They go to school, and you understand. So they don't have time to like manage their account and stuff. So like some models are models for Dolce and Gabbana, Gucci, like top brands, like top luxury brands like that. So
if you see my guy body, this my guy where they find that contact. He get better body, but the model for nonsense brands. Home gym.
The nonsense, say these agents why they even work for self, they don't even accept blacks. They are
So you're working for racism.
Their own racism now something else. So
I beg, may they not hear you. May they not come go cut your contract.
We can don't
We're not
post this
going.
video, don't worry.
We're
We
not
don't
going. We're not going
post
to post this part.
this part.
But
Don't
what
sack
did you
our
say?
guy.
You know,
Sam,
actually
Sam, what is
concern
it?
me. Yes, boss.
About this, the thing where they say
Oh, man.
a topic today, the topic we will get to discuss today, but I for liking to just chip in,
Okay.
just because of the kind of person that I know you to be, But I go allow my
Uh,
guy ask you question,
okay.
Adam or
Okay.
Ini, based on today's conversation, because we just thought we
All
should
of
have
us.
this conversation. This is the first time that you are joining that class, so this is what we do every Thursday. So
Okay.
here we discuss whatever, from immigration to migration to what Africans are facing in diaspora, why Africans are coming back home to marry, all this sort of stuff. Are they, what's the word now? Like what's going on? What's going on in America, UK, Australia? Strategies. Why are the guys coming back home to marry, and why are the girls coming back home to marry? Even when like a lot of conversations like that, and people that want
Yeah.
to relocate, what you gain to get, what you stand to gain, what you stand to lose, and so this is what we educate,
So,
Africans back home, and even Africans in diaspora as well. So we are like a bridge. So
Oh,
today's topic is about that, transactional relationships. And this
makes
probably
sense.
should be our part two of this conversation. So, but I will allow my guy, Adam. We don't have the time. We would have done a proper introduction.
no need.
Yeah,
No, no.
yeah.
The only
Oh, this one a
thing be say,
casual conversation. It just be
Mm,
yeah,
like say, when you dey hang
for
out with
me.
your guys for beer parlor.
mm.
So that's what we're trying to make it look like. Now, why nobody get microphone or ring lights? This
Hello,
skin
gist.
glow, you're saying is natural. There's no
Yeah.
feferefe. Anyways, as Praise was saying, today we're talking about and transactional relationship or relationships from the perspective of Nigeria, because all of us are from Nigeria, we come and we know how the dynamics was when we're in Nigeria, when we still the hustle, when we're hungry. I wish the guy who had come up with this topic for us was on live, but he's busy. So anyways, basically he was saying from his experience, also we've been away for a while now, so we can't really speak on how the status quo will be for there. He's saying that in Lagos now it's hard to have a real relationship because girls are seeing it as a transactional situation where if you tell a girl to come and see you, she'll be like, oh yeah, pay for my Uber, buy me this, buy me that. Odumodu Black best said it in his song Cast. I know you know the lyrics. So
Yeah, sure.
we just want to hear from you. Dave, you get boots on soil. How you dey see and what's the situation like?
I
The
get it. I get it.
Wait.
So,
Temperature
um,
reports.
um, I don't know the best possible way to say it, but I'm just going to say it regardless. So now, there are good girls out there. I'm not going to dispute that fact. There are actually good girls out there, but to see them is the problem. It's just like you want a dolphin, for instance. You want to catch a dolphin, and you are going to the stream. You understand? You want to. It's just a location-based kind of issue. There are good girls everywhere, and there are bad girls everywhere. In fact, the kind of people you are looking for, you see it. You understand? But now, they did a ring for my head, but I'm just going to say it anyway. So now, I'm going to use my relationship as an example. I'm not supposed to bring this up, but actually I'm going to bring it up. So now, I met my girlfriend in the church. You understand? And when you have a touch of body and the Jesus girl you're looking for,
The
she's like,
perfect
oh,
blend.
I tell you.
Sunana
okay.
Sunini.
Be like smoothie. She be like smoothie. So now, it's just to define what you're looking for. If you're looking for a perfect relationship, you will find it. But if you are, because you actually attract the kind of person you are most of the time. Most of the time, that's what you attract, the kind of person you are. So now, if you are looking for that girl that's not going to poke holes on your pockets, then you first of all have to set standards for yourself. Because I've never for once, okay, I have actually met girls that actually want to, like, actually demand more. But it actually boils down to being the kind of person you are. Because normally the kind of contacts I have, my contacts already know that, okay, this is who Sam is. Before you bring up a certain conversation, you know that Sam is not going to be very interested in that conversation. Number one, because I have already defined the kind of person that I am to my contacts, so they see me from a part. They have a perspective of me. Do you understand? So, wanting something, you have to know where to get it. Some people want a very, very good girl, but where they are looking for that good girl is a very wrong location. You will not find it there.
So the Lagos.
Do you understand?
So the people.
You go club, go carry babe, for instance. You say the babe will, like, the chances are like very slim that you go to a club, you are already tipsy. You go carry babe when already tipsy, where they blow shisha for nose and ear. Abba now. She might look good though. She might, like, you all know that lucky girls look very pretty. But the kind of girls you are looking for, they are not in that place you are looking, like, they are not in that particular location. They might be there, but to find them is very hard because good girls actually go to clubs. Good guys.
That's what I want. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Yeah. It will be very hard. And those kind of girls, the good ones are actually in that club. They will not communicate with you because they already see you as a bad guy. Do you understand?
No, but I feel like we are talking about Sam. I know, so you say you get 10 minutes here, but no worry, this gist is sweet. There's two categories, right? There's good, there's bad. Those are terms that we're throwing around loosely. And when I was in Lagos, I won't lie, I had a very good experience with women. I never found myself, like you said, is where you are meeting these people. I never found myself with women that wanted me for money because I did not have the money. So those ones,
exactly.
they will not come and look for me. I was broke. However, I found people that didn't mind, and we were all struggling together and just having fun with the small change that we had. But a large number of the guys I'm talking to now are like, things have changed, right? Where these women, they don't care, even if people are colleagues, they expect you to still have funds from somewhere, secret funds, nobody knows, where if you want to take them on a date, you have to spend. And now I'm looking at it and comparing it with current environments, right? Australia, where everybody they balance, everybody's above poverty line. So it's not a big deal for the girl to spend $10 in an Uber or $20 to come to the bar for her to pay for her drink. She can afford it. But in Nigeria, if we're going to look at it from the woman's perspective, she's like, why would I waste my money coming to see you when you have not proven yourself to me? So this is me arguing a woman's perspective. And Emmanuel, I'd like to hear from you because now you still dating scene. You've dated in Nigeria, you're dating here. How would
you don't date everybody. You don't date Yibo. So you get vast experience.
I don't get experience. So I think my first question would be, when you guys say transactional relationships, are we talking about just Nigeria? Because I feel like almost all relationships are in some way, shape, or form transactional, and most people are not even aware that they are in transactional relationships. So I think with this topic, the question is, are we going to limit it to Nigeria? Or how
No. I don't think we should.
Down the rabbit hole are we willing to go?
How far can you go?
And no, okay, so why I'm saying it is because I'll give an example. They did a study, right? And I know it's when they say study, it's always don't worry, this one makes more sense. In the study, they gave the monkeys tasks to do, and then whenever the monkeys completed the task, they would give them money. But the monkeys had no concept of what money was. However, they trained them in such a way that they could exchange the money for food. So the monkeys kept on working and collecting the money and buying food. After a while, the male monkeys, right, that were walking, the female monkeys started charging the male monkeys for sex and collecting the money from them. This is after a period of time. This is real. You can go and check it online.
Sounds like
It's
Hollywood.
real. It's not. It's no. It's real.
Go
Like
on,
it's
continue.
real.
I believe you.
So, but it's not actual dollars they gave them, right? They only gave them a means of trading value. So it's not like they gave them cash. They gave
Is
them
it the Apes?
something.
Is it the Apes Planet?
It's,
the movie?
it's not a movie. I'm telling you something. A real story that happened with monkeys. They gave them a means of exchanging value, and once they understood what that value meant, the female monkeys were collecting it, were trading it for sex. So if you look at most relationships, right? I think on a baseline level, most of them come with, what am I getting from this person? How does this benefit me? That's the first step in every relationship. So if you see a girl you like or a girl that likes you, she's looking at you and it's based on your appearance, she will judge you. Why is she judging with your appearance? Because your appearance commands some level of value. So it's when she has gauged you and sized you already, okay, she can give a rough estimate of what she can afford and what she can get from you, the level of comfort, before she even starts talking to you and then gives you any chance to like get to know her. So the basis for that relationship is already transactional from the beginning. And I think because most relationships are transactional without even the people in those relationships being aware that there's something transactional that's keeping them in that relationship. Why is it that most relationships end after the man loses his job? They get divorced. If it wasn't, if because it's actually transactional, right? So when you say Australia, people are comfortable. No, when it gets to that point where they want to settle down, get married, and like do all that stuff, then it becomes transactional. And if you go to caveman days, again, the strongest man provides protection. It's a transaction, it's value. There's something about him that makes him have the ability to get all the women. So I don't want to go further, right? But what I want to say is that in terms of transactional relationships, I think there's just levels to it. And the levels to it is in respect to how poor, the level of poverty within a country. So when you now go to somewhere like Nigeria now, the girls we left in Nigeria are no longer the same. I talked to some of them on the phone and I know that everybody is broke, right? So because of that, it now puts everyone in survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, everything becomes a transaction. Anything that doesn't benefit you physically, your soul would come second. Before, I'm serious, your soul comes second, right? It's what can my physical body get first before I'll feed my soul. And relationships, if a relationship feeds your soul, transaction, it can never ever be transactional for you.
Rema, verse, don't drop Rema.
So
Rema.
that's why I asked the question, like, how far do we want to go with this? And the reason is because we are very, very, very transactional people. Like the world has become like that, right? And some people think that they are not in transactional relationships, and they look at other people and say, "Oh, those ones are in transactional relationships," but in reality, it's all a transaction. And sometimes maybe you are not even transacting, but the woman, most women are transactional, right? That
Very
is
true.
the truth, and you
Very
cannot blame them because of the level of vulnerability. It puts them in a very vulnerable place to be in a relationship with a man, to have kids and do all that stuff. So obviously they have to protect themselves, but they are very transactional creatures. And then the men, on the other hand, are also transactional, but in a different way. I don't want to
So what
go
what
further. I
do
think
men
maybe
want from this transaction in your
what do men want?
He
experience?
talk
Yeah.
women. He talk women.
Okay.
For me, when it comes to, I don't want to go for that. Yeah, a bad boy.
Okay. No. So why? Okay. So the reason why I don't go well, okay, let me explain the men's side now, right? So women want protection. They need to be taken care of. They need all these things, right? Make them comfortable and all that stuff. From the guy side now, there's two kinds of guys. There are those 1% that would say, "Oh, I want to get married to a rich woman and then I'll clean and do all that stuff," right? There's those ones, maybe 10%, 5% of them. But the regular guy, I genuinely think, I'm not 100% sure. I'm just making an assumption. I think most guys just want a woman that brings love, support, gives them peace, makes them
Respect.
happy, right? And respect. Thank you. Respect. Love is respect to most men. I genuinely think that if a woman can do that, you don't even need to look very good. You don't even need to cook. As long as that guy knows that you can provide that level of just these few things, right? Most men will stay with that woman. So, and then family, obviously, most men want a family, right? So that's the transaction between the man and the woman. Again, if we ignore our wants and we focus on our connection with people, then it's a different story entirely, and that's a different conversation. But I think human beings, we've disconnected so much from ourselves that we're more focused on the physical and the things that we can see and how we feel, how something, like, it's always about, we're making it about, I don't know. I don't go down that side anyway, but basically,
This is
human beings
Daper.
have,
Go down any side you want. We have your back.
no, because
Go
I
deeper,
think people will
daddy.
still start to say all this, like, I'm being too supernatural or something. But I'll just give you an example of the same way we hustle, right? We're more focused on how can we make more money and all that stuff. And then we forget about the things that we like the most or what makes us more happy. It's the same way we approach relationships now. They've become transactional. Most people, I can guarantee you that if you are with, that's why they say soulmates, right? If you are with your soulmate, you will not divorce. That's the truth. Because you will just not divorce. But in most cases, it's transactional. And once you stop receiving that thing, then the relationship would die. And
Before
I don't want to bash.
before
Yes,
you continue, do you believe in soulmateship?
yes. I believe that people should be in relationships that feed your soul, right? That feed you on the inside, that make you feel good on the inside, not what you can get from the relationship, but like, if it doesn't feed your soul and you're just there because this person can give me a good job, can give me connect, can give me this, can give me that. If you surround yourself with those kind of people in your life, at some point you will feel empty. And that's the same way men who have multiple, you know how they say, oh, a woman can sleep around, but women should not sleep around, but men, it's okay, we can still get married. It's a lie also. If you keep sleeping around with plenty women, the same thing would happen to you, right? You will feel empty and all that stuff. So
Sam doesn't agree.
who doesn't agree?
Sam no agree.
I actually agree.
Because it
I actually
doesn't
agree.
literally.
Or how do you know? How do you know? How do you know that a relationship has fed your soul when that relationship has given you job, giving you peace, giving you stability? How do you know that your soul is fed?
You say when it has given you peace, stability, and all that stuff, how do you know your soul is fed?
Yep.
Because you feel love inside you and around you, and
Okay.
Can I
you feel a deep
challenge your thought
connection.
process?
Yes, please do.
See, a lot of times when people are recommending relationship, and I'm no expert, they
Mhm.
try to make it sound like something emotional, blah 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 blah. Relationship is like a business decision. It is a transaction at its core, right? And transaction is, in layman's terms, is exchange of value. So you want something, you go to a market, you find somebody that has what you want, and you exchange value. So you have to have something to offer. Now, some people in all these romance movies, it's all love, love. He plays piano, he makes me laugh. Piano and laughter will not feed your children. It will not put shelter over your head. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, there's food, there's shelter before everything else. And then once you've conquered all those things, you get to self-actualization.
You can go play piano.
My brother.
Go and play.
Go
and play violin.
Piano is supposed to be hobby. No be ticket
for
me.
It goes to even show how clueless I am. I did piano. Apparently, this is guitar. So also we're on the other end of the spectrum. Now
Ooh.
they want to paint it like, thinking logically in a relationship is a bad thing.
Mm.
Now, don't follow my own advice. So I'm known for giving bad advice.
Mm.
So, but what I'm saying is, you have to think logically first. Once you've conquered the logic side, you now follow emotion. Okay, how does this person make me feel? This, that, all those emotional questions. Now, not many people have the mechanism or framework to identify these things and to make those logical decisions. That's why we have 4 experts on this panel to help them. We have Sam to my right. We could give some young men guidance on how to go about their relationships and find the woman that is offering what it is they want, and then the ones that they can provide value in exchange for. Praise, I feel like we've not even heard from you. We'll hear from you first.
I did my in-law house. Just me behave.
You have to be on your best behavior.
There are some things I just told him I want to have a meeting, so I came downstairs. So anyway, Adam, you're right. I think all relationships are transactional. Even with friendship, because us as a group of friends, we exchange values. If in friendship you don't have anything to offer, even if it's advice and all of that, then I probably would not be a tier one. You know what I mean? There are a lot
Yeah.
of things that I want to do. I call them and seek for advice. I call in and seek for advice. I know why I'm calling them because I know at the end of the day, I'm going to benefit from their thought process and they're going to challenge my thought process and all of that. There are some friends that you call and then they listen and they don't tell you anything. Next time we won't call them because they're not going to provide anything to you. So even relationships are like that too. Before Adam, for example, decided to marry, his wife, he had obviously sat through and think, what am I really going to gain from this relationship? And even before the wife accepted him, she had, gone through, whatever she had wrote, because everybody has a goal. What am I going to benefit from this person? You cannot just say yes to every time they can hurry. They have to be a why. Before I got married, they have to be a why. Why am I doing this? So that's just how it is. It's just even when it is not spelled out, there's always that unspoken about expectation of what is he bringing to the table, what is she bringing to the table. Especially a woman that has gone through uni, get her life organized, get things going on for herself. She wants to get a man that has got that kind of, expertise.
Sure.
It wants to get a man that have been through that kind of, level as well. So that's the give and take. Even when you marry, you want to be able to provide. A woman wants to be spoiled and stuff like that. So that's the value that you are extending. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So I honestly don't see an issue with Lagos girls, wanting to demand for value because think it's hard. It is what it is. The other day a lady went on podcast and said, if you don't have a 20 million naira, you shouldn't even say hi or that to me. I felt somehow when I heard that. I spoke with Adam and Nini about that. And Adam actually liked the idea of her coming out boldly to say, if you don't have 20 million, you shouldn't even say hello to me. That's what she wants. That's her value right there. So she has a target market. Everybody don't know themselves. So if you don't get, no come. If you get, you are welcome. It's just the way it is. So I think relationships should be transactional because at the end of the day, even if it is not a law, it is not widely spoken about, it is just what it is. 100%.
I think
Let
the
me say
Lagos
something.
girls one. Go.
See, it is 100% transactional, whether or not you like it. If you want to look at it from the scriptures, it's already said that two cannot come together except they agree.
Mm-hmm. Right on.
My brother, it's from like before you even approach a lady, she has already gauged you. You understand? She could not look you from head to toe. Can this one do this? Can he do that? You understand? Before you also approach a lady, you already have something in mind. This is the kind of lady I want. Number one, she can.
Got the booty.
a guy will only assume this girl can do. She looks like someone that can do this. She looks like someone that I can hang out with. She looks like someone that can compliment me. That's transaction. Do you understand? A lady on the other side is also looking for something that she feels you should be able to provide. Do you understand? Now, I know that in the world that we live in, it's unfortunate because greed comes in. You understand? When it's all about you and you, then it's not supposed to be that way. But mostly in most of our relationships, it's that way. It's about what I can get, not what the other person can get from me.
But how would you value? Okay, let me put it this way, right? You see, sometimes some people know they feel look themselves and assess themselves. So you see some women now, like that woman that Praise was talking about, she saw herself and she's like, my value is 20 million. If you don't have up to 20 million, don't come. Some guys now look at some girls and then they'll go, not knowing that they never reach that status. Like, you have to be a certain kind of guy to walk up to a Rihanna or a Beyonce, just, random example. And you have to be a certain kind of chick to attract a billionaire.
I like this conversation.
Yeah.
Because this just highlights how flawed everything is. Like, if three of you can actually agree that relationships are transactional, and you're defending it like that's how it should be, right? And then you quoted the Bible and said that it takes two to become whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Two cannot go together except
come together. Okay, I agree.
But remember, it's that same Bible that said two will come together and become one. Remember?
Same Bible. I agree before we come together now.
So when they say two will come together to become one, right? Mm-hmm. We see it as two come together to become like a team or something. If you go and try to break down what it means to become one, right? You will now begin to understand that when it's one, it cannot be transactional. And that's why I said that for us to have this conversation, right? The thinking has to go beyond how we would, beyond regular thinking, actually. That's it, right? Because you have to think deep about everything. Like how you said two will come together, and the Bible says two become one. Just in your mind, right after this call, just think about what it means to become one. Think of twins in the womb.
Yeah, I think
it's one egg.
No. If you want to use
no, praise.
You just.
I'm serious, praise.
I understand what he's saying.
I'm trying to say that about human beings, we have to acknowledge the fact that we have disconnected from our true nature, and it's okay. Jonathan, it's okay. That's how we got to this transactional level now.
Good. I understand what he's saying. I understand what he's saying. Now, if you want to choose a partner, I don't know, like it's clearly written in Ephesians 5. Seriously. Now, I think that the word transaction is not the right word to use. You understand? But there is a give and there is a giving and there is a taking in every relationship. You understand? Because in relationships, you have to feel the other person, and the other person has to feel like you cannot connect with someone without taking from that person and without giving to that person.
No, sorry to interrupt you. We're saying the same thing, right? But I want us to change gears and touch on something else. So you see, what you're saying now is trade by barter. Like back in the day, you carry yam. You not be like, for this yam, give me goat's leg. You feel like it's a fair exchange.
But not that kind of transaction.
What? What's the goat's leg? Wait, what's the goat's leg?
But now, as a guy man, you know what you are bringing. I hate using this analogy, but what you are bringing to the table, right? The woman too, she knows what she's bringing to the table. How do you guys assess if it is a fair transaction or fair exchange? How do you assess yourself? Because me now, I know how I assess myself, but I want to hear from you guys. Make I see if my own day misconstrued.
high value man now, you know what it is like. If you're an high value man, you honestly will want to gun for an high value girl. Like for example, like you said, it takes a certain kind of man to walk to someone like Rihanna. It takes a certain kind of man for Rihanna to be like, okay, hi, welcome to the table. Obama said one thing. Obama said, most of these high men
I
and
think
that got fancy name and
no.
all of that.
Actually,
If you
Praise. I think we should go back and actually touch more on this Adam's question. That question makes perfect sense now. I just tried to rewind it in my head. What's you guys' response to his question? Like the actual question he asked. How do you assess the person and say, okay, this person is actually what I want?
like
Or
what you want. That's
yes,
that's
It's
that,
what's
first
your
magnet.
you
No, a
want.
magnets get attracted to magnet. You know what I mean? Like see, a woman that have gone to school, got everything working for her, got her life organized and all of that. She's not gonna say hello to any kind of man that says hi. You must obviously be her kind for you guys to just come together like that
so
magnet that I mean.
we're
So
saying
you
now.
know you yourself like
So the
nobody can say
question,
nobody can make that decision for
the,
you.
the,
You
the
will know.
question is you've met someone, right? You guys are talking, you like the babe, she likes you. Okay, now you're thinking, should I get married to this babe? What is, because she also has her own criteria and whatever is in her head. What Adams is saying now is, what is your criteria as a person to say, okay, actually this babe is on my level? Or what's your criteria to make the decision and say, okay, this is
See,
what I want?
that criteria, most of this criteria is not, it's unspoken. You just know within yourself that that's my spec. Same as a woman. It's very difficult for you to explain to somebody else because they will not understand you. But you yourself, you can feel it.
So can I speak? Can I speak? Now let me say
Yes,
something,
sir.
right? So that question that Adams asked there has different levels. What I mean is, a girl in Nigeria, if you're proposing to, if you walk up to a girl in Nigeria now and you want to get married to her, her criteria
Mm-hmm.
on an average, right, would be centered around what you can afford financially, right? So because of the current situation, right?
Okay, I
Now,
disagree. I
no,
disagree.
I'm not
What if they
saying
were
all,
what if there was no current situation? What if the girl is
but I
actually
just
looking after
praise.
herself in that sense?
I just
In
said,
this situation, okay, in this
hear me
situation like
out.
this,
Can you
she's
hear me
doing
out?
well.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I said
Mm.
because of the current situation, and I not say all. So now let me rephrase my statement down. If you're talking to a girl who is not doing well, right? And she's in survival mode. She needs somebody to pull her out of the gutter. At that time when you're talking to her, her criteria for picking a man would be based around finances. So she would ignore most red flags and date you and marry you. A girl who is out of the gutter is doing well, taking care of herself. What she'll be looking for might be, oh, is he doing well? Is he going to pull me down? Or am I going to get better by being around this guy? That might be her criteria. A girl who is, maybe she's stinkingly rich and she's, I don't know, whatever her life is, but she's just doing well. Her own criteria might be that she just wants to be loved. That's it. Nothing again. She just wants man that will marry her, love her, get her pregnant, give her family. That's all she wants, right? Some women will be like that. So the situation will be different for everybody. So everybody gets into this marriage thing based on their current situation at that time. Because even
And
some people
background
that
plays a major role as well. The background plays a major role.
yeah, exactly.
Very, very. So you not tell me that a girl that was raised maybe like that's from a very rich home will love the exact same way as a girl that was raised from a middle class family. They
Exactly.
can never be the same
Nope.
because they experience love differently.
Yeah. Yeah. And
See,
and
society. Sorry, Emmanuel. Let me just add one point. What society has to say has a very heavy impact on women. Women women will succumb more to society. Society puts more pressure on women, and that's the best way to put it. When I arrived in Lagos, I was at the gym, and this girl, then I didn't know she was an actor. I don't want to call her name. You so-called high-profile woman. She was like, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Let's go out for a date. Me now, just coming from Kaduna, fresh off the boat. I didn't realize that in Lagos, you had to package. So I borrowed my sister's Toyota, old Toyota. I wore jalabia. If you know what jalabia is, just long gown with dirty slippers and sandals. So I pulled up to this girl's house. In Kaduna, that would work. As I pulled up, I could see the disappointment on her face. She was like, are you going like this? I was like, yes, what's wrong? Anyways, long story short, she asked me immediately, are you new in Lagos? I said, yes. She was like, that explains a lot. So, yes, Lagos is a different environment, first of all, right? Because you are striving to be something. So most people are presenting themselves as bigger than they are, so that you can continue to level up and level up and level up and eventually escape poverty. Now, materialism aside, with Sharon's point, there's different things to look out for in the relationship, right? Because the truth is, sometimes women or men, you just want to brag to your friends. You see my new babe. If you see the girl, all those kind of things. There's things that you will like Emmanuel was alluding to earlier. you as a guy man, when you go out, like even on double dates, let me make use the example. Double dates are just competition. It's the truth. The woman will be competing with the other woman across the table. If you lean over and kiss her, or if the other couple they lean over and kiss themselves, your babe go they look you like you don't even know how to show emotion. You now go fight on the drive home.
Yeah,
So yes, there's things that you have to bring to the table.
So I like that you mentioned that thing about, you said, just you're dating the girl. Sometimes it's just to show off to your guys, right? And that's why I said that most times it depends on your current situation and how you think at that point in time. At that age, maybe to you now, booty was very important, right? But 5 years down the line, maybe that's not even important anymore. Do you get? And then you're like, okay, so like, what am I doing with this babe? Like, and because you like booty so much, you can marry a stripper. And then 5 years down the line, you're like, why am I with this old stripper? So you see what?
I don't bring racism to this conversation.
Out of nowhere, somebody just go hit old stripper for no reason. Continue.
No. I'm just trying to explain, like if you base it on those things, like if again transactional, right? If it's because of those little things, I don't know, that you can show off and like brag about, and then the babe also is with you because of what you have and all that kind of stuff, then at some point that relationship will break down. There was something one guy said. He said that you see people married for 52 years, right? He said that there's one of two things that happened. Either one, those two people were meant for each other, and the relationship, both of them understood that they had to make it work and looked out for each other throughout. Or the second part is that they both just died in the relationship. And because of society and all the issues outside, they were like, let's just stay in this shit. But they were already dead 20 years ago. So you say you just see someone married for 50 years and you're like, oh, wow. But you don't really know what's really going on. And
longevity does not signal like the level of enjoyment.
Yeah, and Adams, it comes back to what you just said now. You just mentioned the guy with booty and all that stuff. What if he actually married the woman because of booty, but now he cannot divorce because she will take half of his shit? And then he's there and they're celebrating 30th anniversary.
That's why.
See, a lot. Let's not go to why people are longer or stay longer in relationship. Everybody get their own.
I think transaction, right?
Because we can never really tell. We can only just assume.
Yeah.
Whatever it is a good thing if you are celebrating 50, 10, 5, all these big milestones, there have to be a reason why you are there. And most of those reasons could be just out of your control. Whatever it is a reason. And it's a good reason that you are there because you have to be together to raise these kids. At the end of the day, society just needs kids that have got 2 parents at home. It is what it is. Adam,
Yeah.
you said something about wearing jalapia and all of that in Lagos. That would have been that date. If that date was to be in Abuja, that would have been a big, serious, on point jalapia.
That was
like Lagos is not a real place.
Plus, if the value is strong enough, there's always going to be a reason to stay. If you are getting the value you need in the relationship, you will stay. Seriously. And if it brings peace, if your value is peace, and if you feel loved, you understand. No, I'm not talking about that kind of value. Value is plenty. You understand? If you actually have, yeah, you know that there's how you be with someone, and especially if it's like long distance relationship, you just feel at peace. You just okay, like you are just at peace. Nobody needs to advise you. Like if she tells you she's going out, you just feel peace in your mind.
But why?
If you're with that kind of
going out?
Like if she's just going out, you don't have to worry about is she like going out with is she going to be faithful when I'm not around? That's what I'm talking about. Not like where she's going to or like stuff. I mean, if you can stay with a partner.
That's the only way we can be sure now. She got the house now. What did she go do for club?
Because this particular that. But what I'm trying to say is that if unfaithfulness does not scare you in the relationship, you understand?
Yeah.
And then you have your peace. You have your peace in the relationship. Then it's worth fighting for.
I feel like
Adam, 1 second. It'd be like Sharon is not happy. Sharon is fighting with herself. Sharon, what's going on? Sharon has just been dropping.
If she's ready, she should come and speak. You can't be hiding in the comment section. I feel like when we're talking about relationship, the easiest segue is, cheating, not cheating. And I don't think that's the worst thing that can happen in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Hunger never beats you for relationship.
You do whatever. You could do whatever to chop.
That's in my opinion, right? When you don't have your finances in order, no relationship can survive it. You can't survive hunger. So when you are afraid of infidelity and all that, I feel like some people are worrying about the wrong things. That's my opinion, and I could be wrong. Yeah.
Okay, can I speak on what you just said now? I think if as a guy, you know how far you're willing to go to provide and do all this stuff in a relationship, then yes, infidelity should be a big deal for you. Because you can't just put in all that effort and then what? What are you getting exactly? Infidelity. Are you kidding me? So it should be an issue for every guy.
Haven't you seen where old men are dating young women, or they marry like their second or third marriage? They marry a young woman. They just want that to make them feel young. They know the woman is cheating on them. They are just respect me, right? So in that relationship dynamics, infidelity is not an issue.
Because he knows.
Transactional.
That is the epitome of transactional.
Level 2 transactional. First marriage is level 1.
So honestly, I when it comes to people's intimate relationship and whatever makes them happy, you could be surprised at what makes a man happy in his little kid relationship would be something that would break yours. It could just be, wife is coming back home with someone and just sitting there and watching and is happy. You could never imagine that kind of level of fanciness, but it happened, and the brother is happy. We know they hear you, bros.
His headphones have died again. Anyways, we've come up to time. We didn't even do trendy topic today. Trendy news, rather.
I
I
was
will
just
just leave you leave that.
Yeah, about what?
I'm leaving. It's already exceeded my time.
But
Now me and
Thank
now
you
work.
you
so
try
much,
pass.
man. We
You
appreciate
try.
I go
you.
there. I go there
Try.
sleep when I work. God help me.
And you God help you, my brother. You won't sleep. Thank you so much for coming, Sampa,
Go
today. I really,
sleep.
really appreciate it.
No,
Definitely, I
I don't have
will
time
see
to sleep.
anytime I come around, we go see. Definitely by God's grace. Yeah.
No, I
Praise
did.
is like all those guys that will be like, let's catch up for coffee. Let's catch up for coffee. Now
So, let's
they
follow
wait
each other.
4 years.
So they lie to
I beg,
yourself.
job handle man
Sorry?
follow back. I beg. Job handle
Okay.
man follow back. I want follow.
Yeah, now Daper corner. Daper corner.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
I think. Let me take screenshot of it. Praise will follow you. What's his Instagram handle?
Sampa to
I'm not following.
oh yeah. Yeah. Just for him.
I might share his profile. Let's follow him back.
Definitely. All right.
And somebody says he wants to tell us something.
We are bringing him on for 2 minutes now.
Oh yeah, now send your
All right.
request.
Thank
Look,
Sharon, are you ready to come? Maybe to hide for keeper, they talk about Otedola and Easy. Come and tell us something. Maybe we'll follow you talk.
can you guys hear me?
Praise.
We can hear you now.
Yes, we can hear you. Praise, your head they shine now. Now you
I
don't
swear, he went to cut his hair.
Bro.
Oh, Bololo, they enter my eye.
See a very,
Like
very
him.
funny conversation with Praise yesterday. Praise, where are you going to? He says, I'm going to the barber. I said, I paused first. I said, to do what? He said, I'm going to cut my hair. I said, what happened to me? Can't your wife just cut your hair for you? Like, what's the skill involved in doing this? And then he's like, no, his friend's going to the barber. I said, Jesus Christ. Okay, this guy sent a request. Now, let's see what he has to say.
Is that our musician guy that wanted to come and
Nah,
tell us what
somebody
he
else.
does?
Says, guys, I want to tell you something. Okay, he's here. What's up?
Maggi.
Hey, my brothers.
How
What's
you
good, bro?
doing?
I'm good.
Honestly, anybody that has dreadlocks and wears glasses, they always have sense. So I already know what you're about to spit is wisdom.
Even the voice. Even the voice. The voice is giving me Timaya vibes.
No, I wanna tell you something, my brothers. Listen. The thing is, if you don't have money, life is very, very hard for you. At the end of the day, these people, you need to support them. You need to make sure that they're okay. For example, from I have a girlfriend. We have a kid together, and I always follow. You know, whenever this videos show up, I always try to see what are you guys talking about, and I want to listen. I listen. You guys, I hear you. What you're talking about, I hear you. At the end of the day, if you're not making good money to support your family, it's very hard to support any kind of relationship. Every relationship is transactional. There's no way you're gonna be just, you're there making babies. You don't want to make any money. You don't want to support your family. It's very hard, bro. No woman will stay with you. It doesn't matter whether they're ugly, they're beautiful. It doesn't matter. If you're not supporting them, they're gonna find a nice guy. Look at this guy. He has nice muscles. He's got money. Bro, they're not gonna stay with you. They're gonna leave you.
They'll leave it for the guy with the pot belly.
It doesn't matter. If you have a pot belly, no problem. So long as you have money. If you have pot belly, no money, oh, that's a big problem, bro. That's a problem. Big problem.
Are you single? Are you single right now?
I'm single, but I have a baby mama.
Okay, so which
You
country
see?
are you in Australia?
Yes, I'm in Australia. I'm with this dude here. I know him. I've seen him many times in parties. Come on.
Adamu?
Yes, many times. Ask him.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen him
You
many
guys, you
times.
guys, you guys are the same bed. You guys close together. I see.
Nah, I haven't seen him in a long time. He's doing good. He's doing good. I know he's doing. He just got married. He's doing good.
Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Thank you so
No,
much.
and
I kind of understand you, and I like your thought process too. And I think Adamu and Nini will agree with you too.
don't
But
call
Adamu, speak. You
me
wanted to say
Adamu,
something.
please. Put some respect on my name. Continue.
Big,
Really
Big Daddy, I'm
funny.
sorry.
Anyway, I just wanted to say, guys, you're doing good, and at the end of the day, you have to really, you have to provide. This is our job. We are the men in the family. We are the men in the relationship. You have to provide. There's no other way. There's no other choice. You have to
No
provide.
choice.
Yeah, there's no choice. You have to provide. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know. We are who we are. You have to do it.
I completely agree with you, and which is why I think that's one of the things I'm advocating for, right? Sometimes people they have their priorities mixed up. So you're broke, you're chasing after women, you're womanizing. I feel like you're chasing the wrong thing. Now, anything they said that you can have any addiction so long as you can afford it. So if you can afford to womanize when you're rich, it's okay. If you can afford to gamble, it's okay. You're not harming yourself, you're not harming your family. That's, so long as you're doing it within reason. So my point is, at least if from this 1 hour long conversation we've had today, if there's a young guy watching or even an old guy that is still trying to find his way, we are saying have something of value. Like first build yourself, right? Be an expert in something, make some money, be able to take care of yourself before you now want to take care of somebody. All those conversations about submissive and alpha male, those are extreme conversations that we don't need to have. We're just having meaningful conversations here where we're saying in every situation, in every relationship, bring value. You will get value back in return.
You won't be
It's as simple as
you won't
that.
be broke alpha male.
No,
Nobody will listen to you.
there's many of them. Come on, buy my course.
All right, guys, let's wrap this up, man.
Adam, sorry, before we wrap up, right? I just really would like to just ask a lot of our guys here that have listened to us to please follow, whether you are new or not. Please follow, and then we probably might be selling our courses for you to be a better alpha male. You don't have to be a broke man to be an alpha male. Nobody will respect you.
Somehow I feel some type of way about asking people to follow. Like this is just me, right? I feel like
I
if
don't
they
say
see
it.
value in what you're doing, they'll follow you. You don't need to tell
Follow.
them. It's my opinion.
Even
So
banks,
yeah,
hmm?
go
Still
ahead.
get customers. We never
Which
really
comment did I
one
make?
bank with it fully, you know. And they get bankers where they go out to go make sure they drive customers come.
Sales department. You're right.
Sales.
You're right. You're right.
So,
Please
so
like
you
and
still have even
subscribe.
Coke and all these big brands. They are still doing adverts to bring more customers. So it doesn't matter. Even if you are the best guy out there doing the best thing, you still have to have a sales department. It is just what it is. So please follow, guys. No man, Adam.
Adam,
They talk nonsense.
Like and subscribe.
Adam doesn't need anyone to follow him. He doesn't need to advertise. He's
Now
already
we don't need nobody to
a
follow
lot
our
of
page, but just
followers
follow
already.
just the Daper page. That's it. Yeah. But anyway, guys, it's been good. And brother,
Thanks, my brother, for
I'm so happy
joining.
to hear from you and to see you.
No
And
problem.
hopefully we get to see you more often.
No problem. No, I watch whenever it shows up. I watch, I listen,
Mm.
and then yeah. Today I said let me chime in for a bit. Let me hear what this guy is saying.
Mm. Yeah,
But let me tell
but
you,
just to cut you short, right? So all the ones that you listen, have there been anyone that have added value to you, or do you enjoy this conversation? Is this something that you say we should be doing moving forward?
um, I like it and I enjoy it, and it's always positive. Let me tell you, this whenever I see black brothers supporting one another, enjoying one another's time and giving each other advice, bro, I listen and I hear it. Okay?
I like
I
that.
hear it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Where are you from?
I'm from
Zimbabwe.
Kenya.
Kenya.
No, I'm from
Kenya. Oh,
Kenya.
That's good to get Zimbabwe.
I wouldn't even have thought you're from Kenya. But yeah. Yeah.
I'm from Kenya, but brothers, one love, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Bye, guys.
All right.